Alright, what is going on, guys? It is K1500 Life. Not good at this YouTube thing, so I'm just going to jump right into it. Today, I'm going to be opening up some 07 to 13 taillights for a Chevy. I believe this one's a Duramax, but they should all be the same. So I've already got the lens popped off here. I got that one done, but I'm going to go ahead and just show you the process here. I'm trying to find a good place to set this up, but I think the best place is gonna be the floor because I got so much crap going on in here. It's unreal. So you got your headlight, you get it, you take your wrapper off, you flip it over and say, well, how the hell am I supposed to take this apart? Well, it's actually pretty simple. What you're gonna need to do is, you're just gonna need an oven, preferably. You can do this with a heat gun. I've tried, but by the time you get all the way around, you know, this side's already cold. So I've kind of found the sweet spot. Don't mind that. It's just a little bit of silicone. It'll wipe right off. 7 minutes in the oven at 300 degrees. You just set these on like a cookie pan or something just to be safe so they're not sitting on the racks. But you'll go ahead and cook them for 7 minutes. Keep an eye on them. Make sure they're not warping. If they're warping, take them out sooner. These ones actually were 6 minutes, and then I was able to break them apart. So you're gonna take a flathead screwdriver. Once your lens, you're probably gonna be wearing an oven mitt because these things will be pretty toasty. But you're gonna flip it over to the back side. Depending on your light, you might have silicone that's kind of oozing. Just be careful of that so you don't accidentally touch it and wipe it all over the lens. It's a pain to get off. But you're gonna go ahead and start at a corner. Usually it's the corner with the most meat on it, but what I mean by that is a corner like this where it's got more there, and you're gonna pry with a flathead screwdriver, a small one preferably, but enough so you can get leverage, and you're gonna start to peel at it. Careful not to pry against the lens itself because they do crack very easily, especially an OBS Chevy. By far the hardest taillights or headlights. Headlights are pretty easy, taillights are a pain. But you're gonna pry at it. You're gonna start to hear it popping, and then you should be able to break free just enough to see this lip here. And from there, what you can do is get it under there, and you're gonna just slowly work at it all the way around. You can start at different corners, you know, boom, boom. But you have to be very, very patient with it because you can slip and easily scratch the lens, crack it. These things are very fragile when they're hot. And if you pry too hard, you're gonna warp it. And it's fixable with a heat gun, just you wanna try to avoid that. All manufacturers are different as far as how much sealant they use. It's usually a rubber butyl sealant they use, which is convenient for heating in the oven because all lenses are able to be open as far as I've found, but you're just going to work your way around slowly, just guiding the screwdriver across, maybe shimmying it a little bit. If it's not working for you, it just means that the rubber's not hot enough. Throw it back in the oven for a minute or two, try it again, just keep repeating that process until the lens is warm enough. Once you get that apart, or pried open, the back side will just pop right off just like that. Another thing to note is you're gonna have exposed wires like these. The right way to do it would be probably unpinning it, etc. Depending on the light, sometimes you can pull the wires, sometimes you can't. What I do most of the time is shove them in a hole for a light bulb. Just get them so they're not going to be touching a surface to where they could melt. I haven't had any issues with it, so it's pretty easy to avoid. So next on these taillights here, in order to color match this, I want to pull these bulbs out. You don't have to. You could tape them off and waste 30 minutes and still get overspray on them, or by the looks of it, you can't get it out, right? These screws won't do it. I assure you there's always a way to pull your LED bulbs out. They were put in there somehow, some way. So this is a double-sided housing, as you can tell there. So what we're gonna do is look for the screw holes on the corners. I've already removed these ones, but you're gonna get those out, and then these guys here, they're a little tight, but they'll come loose. You just gotta unscrew them, you know, get that pressure relieved. Same thing with this. This is hard doing with my left hand. Don't mind the stained jeans. But once that's all done, you can flip her over. Forgot one screw. So if you're doing these specific ones, it's a screw is here as well. Then you come around the back side and this just pops right off like so. We're gonna go ahead and slide this one off. This side LED, it just slides right out of there. And there's gonna be a rubber grommet in here that you just pop out, and then you can slide the wires through. Now your housing is by itself. Your two housings are by themselves. And we got this guy. So you're gonna remove all 6 of these screws here, and that is gonna pop the LEDs out. Pop these out quick. Okay, so got all the screws out, and then these will just come out like so. And then I'm going to be painting these along with the lenses. So I'm just going to set this back over there so it's set back in place. I will go ahead and scuff this up. I will probably do another video showing that, but this is how to take them apart. I'll do a video resealing them when I get to that point as well. But taking apart headlights, taillights, third brake lights is really not as hard as people think it is. It's just practice makes perfect. I've broken several sets, but you'll learn, and just take your time. Watch some other videos if you need to. You can even DM me, and I'll be able to help out as much as possible.